Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. She's the matriarch of one of music's most notable families.
And never short on wise words and love. This celebrity mom always keeps it real.
Everybody going along with the punches. Everybody going along with the program. I'm like, come on now. But everybody, no, because I don't want to hurt that one feeling. Hurt feelings, because they don't have any problems hurting yours.
Ooh,
you better tell the truth and shame the devil.
Girl, please welcome to the circle, Evelyn Braxton.
Yeah.
Or should I say the beautiful
Thank
Evelyn
you. Thank you.
You look amazing
just
today.
Just amazing.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you maintain this beautiful body and spirit?
I don't know, girl. I woke up this way.
Come on, Beyonce.
People, I woke up like this.
I love that. So I know that you have done some tremendous things with your family. You have raised a beautiful family, a family of voices. How was that raising them, the girls?
Well, it wasn't always easy. And I mean, oh, it was easy. No, that's a lie. It wasn't always easy. You know, I did what I needed to do. A lot of times their friends was outside playing and what have you. Well, they had to practice.
Right.
That's the only way you can get perfection.
That's right.
You know, because there's always someone that's better.
Right.
So therefore, you be your best.
Absolutely.
And so if you are doing your best, then you feel good about who you are.
In raising your girls, you create a very strong family, but unfortunately, there was a divorce that took place with yourself, an extremely painful one. How is it seeing some of your daughters going through the same thing?
You know, it's very difficult for me to watch them. My divorce, oh God, it was terrible, matter of fact. But nevertheless, I don't want that for them. You know, I think that to be friends would be really nice. Or if not friends, just to talk. You can, especially when you have children, just be cordial. So if anything's going down with the kids, you can talk to your ex-spouse about the children, and it makes it easier for the children also.
Right.
Now, recently we've learned that Tamar is going through a divorce with Vince. Now, how has that been? Well, what is your method of supporting her through this through this situation?
You know, I'm trying to be there for Tamar 100%, and it's very difficult. And sometimes trying to be there, a lot of times they don't want you there. And the reason why, I don't care if it's your child, my child, sometimes they don't want you there. You know, I lived with them for a moment. I stayed there because Tamar was pregnant, what have you. Then she wanted me to be there for the baby. She wanted me to stay there 5 years. 5 years out of my life, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
But I stayed.
Right.
Okay, because Logan is 4 now in the 9 months that Tamar was pregnant. I don't think it's a good idea. This is just my opinion. I don't think it's a good idea for parents to live with their children.
I agree.
And I'll tell you why.
Please.
You see too much, you hear too much, and you know too much. And there's certain things, I think, when you know, you're going to, it's really going to get to your heart.
Absolutely.
You know, and so watching Tamar being in an abusive relationship, that was very extremely hard for me. I prayed day and night.
Now, speaking of which, Mama E, you've been very vocal about the domestic abuse that Tamar has experiencing, and I've been in Tamar's shoes personally, and I'm gonna tell you, my mama was the one who broke the chain. You know, I leaned on my mom to get me through my circumstance. As a mom, what moment happened for you when you said enough is enough? I have to break the chain as well.
Well, what really happened for me is just one night I got up. I heard all of this noise. I thought the elevator was falling out of its socket. So I ran into the kitchen, and I'm like, what is going on, for God's sakes? And he was abusing her. And she was trying to run. She was trying to get away. And I spoke to him about it. I said, no, this is not what we do. And he turned on me. And I'm like, So I ran back to my room. Because the baby was in the bed with me. I was very much afraid for the baby because his whole
demeanor had changed.
Oh my God, demeanor. And I put a chair behind the door.
So you barricaded yourself in the room?
I barricaded myself in the room and held that baby all night long. That's no way. No way for anyone to live, for God's sakes.
Not at all.
I was very concerned about my daughter. However, if I had called the police, she would have denied it. You know, and, oh, no, he's not doing anything to me, da, 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 da. Listen, battered women are in denial.
Yes.
They're hoping that things will change and things will get better. No, 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 no. It will not get better. And sometimes we think, if I had not said this, he wouldn't have done that. It's my fault.
Always, we take it onto us.
It's always your fault in your mind, heart, and spirit. I'm wearing purple now because that is domestic violence color.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of times with cancer, you're wearing pink, 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 pink. But no one really, to me, represent these women and men, because there are also men that are being battered also. But there's 12,000 women a year that are battered and are killed. We have to do something, not because my daughter is involved.
Mama E, we're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to have more with Mama E. Y'all keep it right there. We're going to come back. We're going to keep touching.
We're back with Evelyn Braxton, and boy, this is a tough topic, but I am glad that we are addressing it. As we went to the break, we talked about it being hard to come forward. I can only imagine being a celebrity is even harder with Tamar Braxton having a reality show, and Vince and Tamar, and they displayed this love for one another. And to understand it's something completely different what's going on behind the scenes is I'm sure Tamar felt embarrassed by it and felt that she could not be forthcoming about it. Yes, yes.
I'm sure.
Did you ever fear for Tamar's life?
Yes, I fear for Tamar's life every day, every day. Because sometimes when people are angry, men, women, what have you, they do things, you know, and he may hit her too hard, he may push her down the stairs, he may be so angry, he may shoot her, he may stab her. All of those things enter into my mind. You have to understand, Tamar is my child.
Absolutely.
If anything happens to she or the baby, that's my loss. If she's killed, that's the baby loss, my loss, and the whole family. And matter of fact, the world lost. You know, and so people don't understand death is final. I can't go back and wake her up. No one can. And so I'm hoping and I'm praying that anyone, any woman, man, I don't care, child, that are being abused, run for your life. Run. Because tomorrow you don't know what he may or she may do to you. It's not worth it. Love you. You are important. Okay, so you are embarrassed. Get over that. Okay? Embarrassment, you can't have it after you're dead, for God's sakes. And it's not your embarrassment, for God's sake.
It's really not her cross to bear.
It's not yours. It's theirs.
Miss E, we want to thank you so much for coming down to the circle.
Thank
we want
you
you to relay the message to Tamar that we love her down here. We support her down here. We're here for her and all of the sisters. We thank you so much, but we have to go. And she has a cookbook coming out. If you if you want to connect with Miss E, just stay up with her on social media and the Braxton Family Values. And man, Sister Circle Live, Jesus Christ.
And the conversations always continue at sistercirclelivetv.com.
Hey. Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. We are back again with Evelyn Braxton because we have so much more to talk about that we just can't, you know, go to another segment. This is just too important.
Absolutely.
You know, so we're back with Miss E.
Miss E, my thoughts of you coming forward, what are you hoping to get out of it in talking about
One thing, I'm hoping if I can save one life, 2 lives, it will be worth it. We have to speak out against this. It's an illness. It's an illness that these people have, and we have to speak out. We're losing too many women. We're losing too many teenagers. It's happening in the high schools and so on and so forth. You don't deserve this. You are better than this.
Yes.
And we have to teach our young people to love themselves. It's okay. So, oh, my nose is big, so I have to deal with him because he loved me. No, baby, no. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're intelligent. You're fantastic. You don't need anyone to validate who you are.
Absolutely.
And especially an abuser. You're better. I promise you, you are better.
Yes.
Run for your life.
Yeah.
Life is too short.
Let me ask you this, Mama E. Mental abuse, physical abuse. What do you think? And I know they're both one and the same.
Yes.
But sometimes women who are being mentally abused, they don't feel like it's as impactful. Can you talk on that? Like, speak to women who are also being the emotional impact and that will sustain because of this situation.
Well, when they mentally abuse you, what they're doing is building you up for a fist. Okay, that's all they're doing. Let me tell you about the mental abuse. Words have power. It's just like a bullet. It enters into the heart and it kills. And every day you die. You're no good. You're this. You're that. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here.
Oh, that's awful.
No, lies, lies, lies. That's going into your mind, your heart, and your spirit. And then before you know it, you become a beating and a punching bag. And here you're dead and you're gone. Look at this man a few years ago that was married to this lady. She left him. He poured gasoline on her and set her afire.
Yes,
Do you actually think going into a relationship that he's beating, punching you? No. He have to work his way
to get to that level.
To get to that level.
That's right.
Okay?
It's a sense of the rage and the jealousy, it appears, because what would want to, a person who's supposed to love and respect and honor you, break you down and tear you apart?
Oh, it's so much.
But you misunderstand. That's not love. How can he love you? No. He doesn't love you. He doesn't even love, or she doesn't love themselves. They know nothing about love. And then you also have to understand a lot of things that people are doing is the product of their environment.
Yes.
Okay? So they can't bring you love if they never had it or they never experienced it.
That's
Only thing they experienced was the abuse and so on and so forth.
And that is their love.
That's their
form of love.
And just like when we are verbally abused, it's just like that table. Little piece dies every day. Little piece. You break it off every day. Chip. And before you know it,
there's nothing there.
You have succumbed
to the abuse.
The whole thing, the abuse.
My God, how is your relationship now with Tamar, and how are you ministering her through this situation?
Well, you know, Tamar and our relationship is good. Matter of fact, she's at the house. Well, she's on tour right now. But, you know, I always heard the truth shall set you free, but only after the anger. You're not free until you remove the anger, because right away you're thinking, I can't believe they put my business out like that. Who do they think they are? That's my husband. That's my relationship.
Right.
Well, if he kills you, you're my child.
That's right.
How about that?
First.
That's true, too.
Okay?
That's true, too.
And so we're doing well. And I'm letting her know you're better than that.
Absolutely. Miss E, you are a life coach.
Yes.
And you are able to help so many through your spiritual understanding. How did that come about?
You know, I pastored for a number of years. So therefore, I worked with a lot of people for a number of years. And God is first in my life.
Absolutely.
I don't care who I am, where I go, what have you. God is first in my life. He's the one that woke me up this morning. And I believe it or not, I believe he's the one that's motivating me to go out and let people know that it's okay. It's okay to let this go. That God loves you first, and there's no greater love, no greater love than God's love. None whatsoever. And I think once you have seeked him, the kingdom of God and his righteousness, I think you'll find yourself. And understand who you are and how you should live. I don't mean, oh, I can't do this because I'm saved. I'm not talking about the self-righteousness. But I'm talking about loving you and being an example.
Missy, really quickly, tell us a little bit about your cookbook. I know you're currently working on it, and what can we expect?
Well, my cookbook, I love that cookbook. A lot of things in my cookbook is from my mom. And I mean, courageous woman. And so I have like mayonnaise biscuits in there. Yum, 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 yum. And I have different recipes in there. So that should be out sometime next year and so on and so forth. And so that's just what I do, and I love that. And I love doing my life coaching. And I also have some write-ups in my book. It's a little different than the average cookbook.
Well, we thank you so much for extending your time with us and just dropping all this knowledge down to the sister circle. We love you so much. We thank you so much. Give our love to your daughters. And up next, we will be cooking with Miss Quad and Pat. Speaking of cooking, so keep it locked right here to Sister Circle Live.
Absolutely.